Hello and welcome to another edition of Droppin Baums with me, your host, Corey Baumeister, as always with the lovely folks here at TCGplayer.com. Alright, so today we're playing a spicy one. I don't know very often where I've ever played a mono green deck on dropping bombs, and I think this may be my third time over the different course. Obviously, they've changed with new cards throughout the seasons, but this is just a strategy that has always lived throughout the test of time, and I've always done quite well with it. So let's hope we do. Let's hope we do the same in this one. Played 5 good rounds here against a variety of control matchups here. Played a couple of Esper control, a Grixis control, and we played a little bit against blue-black pirates and then Sultai here. So you can fast forward to any of the matches with the hyperlinks below, as well as fast forward to the deck tech at the end, where I didn't give any spoilers if you want to go check that out first. And I gave a little bit more of a breakdown of the deck we're going to be playing today, as well as you can go check out TCGplayer.com, where I have a short write-up and then a deck tech, okay? Everybody enjoy the games. Everybody, welcome to the rounds. Okay, I'm excited for this. This is a deck I've loved basically anytime it was good. You know, we get some new toys that this deck never really had. Well, let's get real. Mono Green always had this toy, but since when was Blanchwood Armor ever playable? It's been a while, so we're going to keep this. This hand is pretty good. I'm excited to cast my first Blanchwood Armor. Alright, so we have a choice between Adventurous Impulse and Pelt Collector here. Since we do have our second land, I would rather just curve out here. A popular sequence for this would be Pelt Collector into 2-drop and then Adventurous Impulse if we don't have a third land, and then play the other 2-drop. And being able to play Thorn Elemental into Harpooner ensures that this is attacking for 3 on turn 3. That's pretty good. And now we don't even have to worry. Now Adventurous Impulse can just find us gasoline instead of lands. Alright, we'll get on in there for 2. I'm excited to play these games. This deck really intrigued me. And I haven't cast Galta in so long. Alright, if that's just a land, we get to attack with everything. So, I guess we Adventurous first, even though it's very unlikely that we're going to cast anything different. And whenever I have a choice to get a 12/12 in play, I take it. I take it. And now it's going to be able to be cast, like, next turn. That's disgusting. Alright, get on in there. Take 5. We do have to top deck a land to play this. But still, being able to play a Galta next turn, or worst case scenario, give something +3/+3, I'm in. Cast down. Yep, trying to keep us off that a little bit. No. I'm probably still going to Blanchwood Harpooner here. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to do this so we can attack with both. Boom. That's a 6/5 coming in. Blocking there? How does that make any sense? Well, that was interesting. No way that was the correct play. Well, now we have a pretty solid play here where we play Blanchwood here, and then our opponent is forced to give us that Harpooner back. If our opponent blocked the Harpooner, this would be a very different game, so that was a definite mistake. Maybe they thought it was a 2/2 or something. So now we're still in Galta range, but not there yet, and our opponent is, I would say, approaching finality. Anytime I play against Sultai, that's the first thing I think is, oh no, they're getting close to finality. I'm going to lose all my creatures. Then Blanchwood Armor is like, not today. All right, so I think Sanctuary is pretty good here. Getting some value off that, along with Vivien Reid. Maybe some Prey Upons here, but I'm not so sure about this. Jade Light seems good just because if you assemble this combo, it's basically unbeatable. I think that's the only reason to keep that in. Otherwise, I think Harpooners are quite bad. They just trade with everything. Now we did bring in 2 non-creatures, so I think we can cut a few of these. They do get much worse. And we do want to find a way to deal with wild growth walkers before they get insane. Or hostage takers, actually. That's a pretty big thing here. I wonder, would it be so bad to just take these out when we're bringing in so many non-creatures? I think it's probably reasonable. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. We're going to go with the ever-popular 3-1 split here. I don't want to flood on Prey Upons, but I also think I need one against Thief of Sanities and against Hostage Takers, so I still got to be very prepared for that. Your opponent goes first, huh? His hand is definitely not great, but I still think it's worth it. Lawnmower. I would love to top deck one of those. Oh, yeah. All you gotta do is just ask in the Magic world. Just ask and you receive. That's how it works. The Branchwalker. Ooh, Vivien. So if that stays there, then our opponent has plenty of lands in hand. Nope. They need some lands. Okay, unfortunately, can't do anything this turn, so we'll just say go. Vine Mare next turn is going to be a pretty solid play. Back it up with Vivien. Not bad as long as we're not too far behind on board. So it kind of could go either way here. Another Branchwalker. Yeah, if that hit again, that was going to be a little bad for us. Gotta take it. Alright, well, we have assembled the combo here. Now we definitely want to keep this alive. Now we can just Blanchwood and just go to town, huh? Don't know how our opponent is really going to get through that. Alright, well, there's a Prey Upon. So we can Blanchwood and kill both Llanowars. That seems pretty solid to me. Restrict them to 1 land. You control, they control. Okay. Now I can do it again. And now the question is, I probably attack. This is half of their life and they have to start going into chump block mode. So likely they have to leave both back here. There's nothing that kills us. So yeah, I think this is a nice attack here. Now our opponent is just in the abyss where they just have to chump block this Vine Mare for a very long time. Okay. Now another 2-drop would be pretty solid just because then I might have to pump the brakes a little bit. Alright, ooh. Not that great now because this is big enough no matter what. Alright, we're going to get on in there. Attack for 10. Boom. Now I'd like to play a Vivien. Did not think they would bring in Disdainful Stroke, but I guess it would have been good if they would have hit the Vine Mare. This would be a completely different game. So 5, 6. So if they have another land, this is reasonable. Or another creature. So they're just allowing us to have a removal spell for this to win the game. We did not. So we'll attack with both because they have to block Vine Mare. And then it's time to drop another horse. And Blanchwood Armor it up next turn. This is going to be nice. Yep, that's not enough, unfortunately. Now with the second Blanchwood, we just send him into the abyss. And now we just win. No blocks. Take 3. Go down to 1. Blanchwood Armor. GG. Dun dun dun. 2 10-8s walk into a party. One says smash, the other says also smash. Alright, everybody stick around for round 2. See if it can go that well as well. Alright, we're back for round 2 here. Okay, so we're on the draw, and we do have a turn 1 Llanowar, and even have access to another one here, but the 2 Blanchwood Armors in our hand are 3 mana, +1/+1. I don't think that's good enough. We're going to mulligan this one. This hand is much better, in my opinion. A Mare. Do we want to draw that? Maybe. Nah. We'd rather draw a Llanowar Elf or probably a 2-drop we're going to need. Alright. 2-drop there is great. Ooh. This 2-drop is extra great. Alright. Esper control. Probably a bad matchup. Probably has to be a bad matchup here. We don't have a lot of ways to interact. I can't imagine this going too well. Alright, we'll try to play it. The Guardian. Alright, so very likely to have a moment or something here. Let's attack to not give him that opportunity. Think we'll just play Steel Leaf and hope they don't have Kaya's Wrath. Or we go to adapt on their end step. I like the Steel Leaf play better. Walks right into a Kaya's Wrath if they have it, which they probably do, otherwise they would have used a removal spell on this. Yep. So we get to play another one at least. Ooh. Pretty good as well. I think I'd rather get this down. Thought Erasure. Our hand is pretty solid. Ghalta is really bad against control because it's just so hard to cast. Because you usually win with like 1 creature tops if you end up getting there. We'll get in there. Boom. Impulse. See if that resolves. I think I'm okay with the Harpooner here. Alright, let's hope for not another Kaya's Wrath. But if there is another Kaya's Wrath, then we can have some hope in sticking a Mare next turn. Okay, Teferi. Teferi's very good. Draw a card, huh? Alright, not the case. So we're going to try to take down Teferi in 2 turns with this Harpooner. We could have put our opponent to 8, but then we were only attacking with 7 next turn. So it's definitely better to try to pressure Teferi here. Now Kaya's Wrath, or Cry of the Crinarium would have been really good there. Alright, now we're just going to all attack at Teferi. Okay. Now we're just going to say go. Wonder what's in our opponent's hand. Hopefully just flooding. It's the only thing that would kind of make sense. Otherwise they would have tried to protect Teferi. So we can safely assume there's no Kaya's Wrath unless they just drew it. There could be more Teferis. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to respond with this. Would love to take some action. We have more, right? Yep, just 1.
You know what? I'm not done.
Alright, well, I think we will attack all at Teferi. Got rid of that. Now, I think we might as just well play Ghalta. There's just no other time it's going to be able to be playable, so we might as well just put the pressure on. Say you gotta have it. They had it. Another one? Yikes. Well, at least hopefully we'll be able to stick a Vine Mare here, which is quite good against control. Nice. Now it might just be time to go for our opponent. Ooh. Maybe not. Alright, how many Kaya's Wrath is that? That's 2. We're going to try to play this first. Okay. I think we're just going to go at our opponent here. We'll try for another Growth Guardian. Yeah, that's slightly bad. Now we might have to go after Teferi next turn with a Vine Mare. Okay, never mind. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, this is slipping away from us, that's for sure. Alright, we'll just hope the Vine Mare plan works. We have to discard the other one. And we'll hope that they just have all spot removal. We're not going to play anything else, we're just going to attack them twice. Oh, they can just put a creature into play. Yeah, this one slipped away. Maybe there was a spot where we attacked a fairy too often. Maybe. Definitely maybe. Alright, now our opponent gets a creature. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. Brutal. Vine Mare does seem good against him, but Eldritch Reborn is just going to be insane against us. Alright, so we'll bring in Vivien. We'll bring in Shaper, Sanctuary. I think that's all we really want. Harpooners are okay. They're still big. Blanchwood Armor for the 2-for-1 is not as great here. And then Galta is actually really bad. So I think we'd rather have a couple Blanchwood Armor. Galta is really bad against control. Like I said, this is definitely not going to be our best matchup by any means. Alright. Yeah, just being able to play everything at sorcery speed, not having any real tricks against them, makes it pretty tough for a aggressive deck to beat a Wrath of God deck, essentially. Our opponent's deep in the tank. Our deck is a lot easier to sideboard than these Esper control decks here. We have the luxury of having it a little bit easy for us. Alright. I think this deck is sweet, though. Especially if we're going to be thinking of playing against a lot of white, red, and blue. Miss America colors. All those decks tend to really struggle against this. Control kind of beats us badly, and same with Simic Nexus. But even Simic Nexus you can get under. I think this hand is good, actually. We're going to keep this. I think we lead on Llanowar and hope that it hope that we top deck a land for Steel Leaf to just really put the pressure on. Ah, I'll try to impulse for a land now. Got it. So here, I think we just get the Sanctuary and a Pelt Collector down. Start gaining that value as soon as possible. Thought Erasure doesn't matter too much. We'll get a Steel Leaf regardless. Yeah, even here, like, we're just not fast enough. Where if our opponent just has a Kaya's Wrath and 4 land almost at any point, there's just nothing we can do. And even if they have a Cry right here, it would be insanely good. Interesting. So 5, 6, 7, 8. We could just attack for 8. I don't think we win that way. I think we have to still progress a little bit. Like I said, this could just be over. You just kind of have to hope they don't have it. You know, Esper will stumble with the double color occasionally. But in this situation, if we hold a Harpooner or not, we're not winning regardless. And during situations like this, you know, we actually are still in the game. So it's clear they don't have it. It's very clear that they don't have it. So we might as well put our best foot forward. Boom. Now another contempt would not save him. I would not be shocked if they drew that. I would not be shocked at all. Okay. Lieutenant, and we are in trouble. Alright, we'll get on in there. Kin, Thorn, Lieutenant, go all the way. No. Alright, we're going to Blanchwood it up post so we can still present lethal. Come on, come on. Force the game 3. Yes. Get on in there. Now even if they kill it, we get to play Mare, which is pretty insane. Okay. I still think we play Mare. Now they have to have Kaya's Wrath. Boom. We got a game. That might not be the easiest thing to... I mean, a match might not be the easiest thing here, so we got to take our small victories while we can. You know, Brontodon's probably better than Blanchwood Armor here. Does kill Search for his Kanta. Gives us a little bit of value when they Wrath. We can just be like, okay, destroy this, but still not very good. Alright, game 3. Yeah, Shaper's Sanctuary is very important. Whoa, so is lands. We're going to mulligan. We can keep this. And nope, we don't want to land. Alright. Harpooner. Is this a Thought Erasure? Yep. Our hand is decently Thought Erasure proof. We still get to play a decent play next turn no matter what. I think it's going to be just Harpooner. Okay. Our opponent's like, yep, I can beat your hand. I just can't beat mystery cards. Alright, Harpooner, do some work. It is 2 mana, 4 power with Pelt Collector, so that's not bad. I think we're just going to attack. We're not going to give him any more creatures. Okay. Makes Pelt Collector bigger. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. Well, this can't get bigger regardless, so we're just going to attack. We're going to go for this first. Not cool. Not cool at all. I think we'll just go with Pelt Collector. It's not going to do much after Wrath anyways, so... But it still does stop a Teferi Tuck. And we can still pressure a Teferi, so that's decent. Alright, we'll play it. Our opponent's running out of cards. Alright, so this gets bigger. I don't know if this actually works. Nope. Attack! Craving. Okay. Pretty solid. But maybe identifies that they don't have a Kaya's Wrath. Decent. We'll get on in there. Attack for 6. Well, that's half the life total. They have to have an answer. I might as well just say go. Yep, well, I regret it now. I regret it all. Search with 5 cards. Okay. Let's just hope this resolves. This would be so good. Yes. All right, we'll take this out. Boom. Boom, that was huge. Now they have 2 must-answer threats here. This will kill them over 2 turns, and Vivien is Vivien. Arguably a better Planeswalker than Teferi. I said it. I said it. Arguably. Teferi's pretty good. Alright, well, we'll start with Vivien. Oh, I love activating this card. Get a Steel Leaf. We'll get on in there. I think I'm going to just play a Harpooner. And we're going to say go. So this has to be answered. A Contempt still saves them, so... Yep. Alright. Vinemare, huh? I think Growth Chamber Guardian is actually better right now. Nah, Vinemare's probably pretty good. If they don't have an answer for it right now, they have to have a Kaya's Wrath. Yep, that seems good. Kaya's Wrath or bust. Boom! I did not think we were winning that match. Holy, that was awesome. Okay, let's keep this winning train on the tracks here. Stay tuned for round 3. All right, round 3, everybody. Okay, our hand is perfect. Turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion is what this deck is all about. All right, maybe in the face of Esper again, it's not ideal, but it's still very, very good because they usually don't have any way to counter this on 2 unless they, whoa. Interesting, interesting. I will play this. Dawn of Hope, huh? Well, can't block Steel Leaf Champion. All right. Now, I mean, I'm sure there's still a Kaya's Wrath deck, so I don't think we should get too crazy here. I think we'll just attack, see what they do. Okay. Now we're just going to impulse right away, but more than likely that was the only consideration. Now we might play this here. Actually, I like this because we're going to untap with 5 lands, so we could adapt plus play a 2-drop. I'm about it. Alright, so this is likely Contempt, or just activating Dawn of Hope, I guess. I think we'll just attack here. Okay. I think we will just play a Thorn Lieutenant now. We probably should have played this first, because if they counter it, then we could adapt Guardian. Yeah, and we'll just say go. Alright, we'll adapt in response. Kaya's Wrath. That's a cute little combo. Alright, we'll just go 2 more creatures here. Hope they don't have another one. The second Kaya's Wrath always really gets you. Alright, we're going to attack. We're going to do the same thing here. We'll see what our opponent... Well, now we get to pump, but probably just blocks Guardian. Yeah, still want to adapt. Don't think that's what we're going to play. We're going to start with an impulse. Ooh, Vine Mare. And then we'll play a lawnmower. Now this should be enough of threats to force a Kai's Wrath if they do have another one. It's not a Kai's Wrath. Okay. Well, we almost never get to cast Galta, so I mean, more than likely we're just going to cast that next turn. Alright, so that's 7, 8. Yeah, we might as well. Galta is very hard to cast any other time if they do Wrath, so you might as well get it in and be like, deal with it. Or you're dead. Only 3 cards. Scoop them up, hopefully. No! It's not scooping them up. Oh, and that was the worst draw possible. I don't think we have another one. So I guess we just play it then, and then we can adapt both. That was so unlucky. Yeah, we can adapt both. Yeah, like a Cry of the Crinarium. That's game. Cry would make me cry. Okay, so very likely they are just chump blocking here. Boom. I don't think we have another one, but yep. Boom. So they go to 1. They still can't flip search. So they more than likely gotta have another Kai's Wrath. Contempt doesn't do it. They could have double Cry. That would make me cry twice as much. Tank, tank, tank. I guess now they could have like cast down even. Because Donna Hope can chump. Yeah, yikes. They could have cast down. Cast down pretty much just blows us out, too. Nice. Nice. Okay, we're going to bring in a lot more Thrashing Brontodons against our opponent here. Alright, because we got a lot of bad cards. Galta's bad. Blanchwood Armor is bad. Now, 2 more cards. I think we can take out one of these. Maybe just 2. 1 Llanowar. Llanowar tends to be worse against a Wrath of God deck. That's reasonable. Alright. What you got? What you got? What do you got? Our hand is perfect again. Turn 2 Steel Leaf. And our opponent's mulliganing Rutrow. Ah, kept it on top. They're lucky. Alright, Lawnmower coming down. Cutting the grass. Steel Champion is going to be our play unless they have Thought Erasure, Moment of Craving. Yep, that'll very likely be their take. But we still got a great hand. Still have a great hand. Our champion has perished. All these triple of 1 mana cost cards are just all insane. Except Dreadshade, I guess. Dreadshade did not get that much love. Alright, we'll play this. We're only looking for gas. I think we'll take the Steel Leaf here. Now, I think we will just go with a... We'll go with a Lieutenant. If this gets wrathed away, it's not as bad as a Growth Chamber. And we're not going to be able to pump the Guardian for a while anyways. So, yeah. Alright, Viney's gone. Okay. Well, how lucky are we feeling? Alright, we're just hoping they don't have it. I think with this deck, you just have to jam. And at least if they do have it, then we can stop or throw down a steel leaf and maybe that'll be enough. No, 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 no. Yay! Still very good against us, of course, but means they do not have it. Alright, so we get to attack with these two. Love to have a Prey Upon here, but they are not in our deck. Spoiler. Alright. Now, we played that land because if we draw another one, Thorn Lieutenant gets to be activated. Hostage Taker's really good against us. Really good. The land isn't bad. Now, they can't really block. Alright, take 9. Boom. Now they can play a 2/2. And a search. 5 cards. Could just attack with the Thorn Lieutenant. I don't like that as much, though. That does just get double blocked, and we trade Guardian for Pelt Collector, so yeah, I think I will just attack with the Thorn Lieutenant. Do you want to take 6? Okay, well, I guess I don't have to pump there. We're definitely going to play this because we can just adapt right away to replace it anyways. Would love to take some action. And our opponent actually should have blocked with the Hostage Taker because Search for Esper would have flipped then. That's a big deal. Boom! Mono green taking it down here. We are 3-0 and ranking up, and we'll see ya back for round 4. All right, everybody, welcome to round 4 here. Okay, so we're on the draw, but this hand is completely fine. I mean, we have 3 lands, Land of War, Pelt Collector is an early drop, and then a little bit of inevitability with the Growth Chamber Guardian, so we're definitely going to keep this. All right. So I think we're going to start with the Pelt Collector in this situation. Well, okay, so if we start with Pelt Collector, then we can attack for 2. But if we go with Llanowar, then we can go Pelt Collector into Guardian. That seems pretty good. Alright. Play this and pass. Okay. Grixis control, pretty likely. Wow. These are some horrible draws. The only thing you don't want to draw when you play Growth Chamber Guardian is more Growth Chamber Guardians. Thief, huh? Okay, okay. Well, I think we'll just attack with these 2. And have them take 6. Nah, we'll just do the 4 here. Drop 2 Guardians. Then pass it back and hope they don't have Cry or Pirate Clasm or anything like that. Alright. Now, Thief isn't very good against us because, I mean, they're just going to play a couple bad green creatures, but of course it's still not bad. Not terrible anyways. Alright, so we're going to go Pelt Collector and then drop a Galta. Let's go. God, it feels good just landing a Galta. Alright, everything gets a counter. Get on in there. That's 10. Our opponent definitely could be on Ritual Set. And like Bedevil Galter or something. Yeah. Could easily see this being a Ritual Set, and then we are just absolutely dead. No land? Yeah. You don't always cheer for the no land, but when that land would destroy every permanent you have, then I tend to cheer for it. Okay, Grixis is definitely going to be one of those decks where Shaper Sanctuary is very good, along with Vivien Reid to deal with Thief of Sanity. Now, I was just going to say we got to have some early action for Thief, but that's why Harpooners are in the deck. It's like they planned this, whoever made this deck. Alright, so another matchup where they destroy a lot of our creatures means Galta is a lot worse. So we did bring in a lot of non-creatures, so I tend to like cutting some impulses. But this is going to be the type of deck where if we ever assemble a combo of Blanchwood and Mare, they just cannot win. It's just over. Either want to cut a Galta here or some other medium creature. I think I'm going to cut a Thorn Lieutenant. I'd like access to 2 Galtas. Alright, game 2. We've been doing pretty well with this mono green strategy. Alright, this hand is not going to be doing it though. We're going to ship this one back. Alright, this is fine. Galta, huh? Well, this could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I am going to keep this. This could go poorly. This could go absolutely poorly. Alright, we're going to start with the Llanowar. Alright, so now Pelt Collector. And we'll just play a Guardian. We're going to adapt Guardian next turn, and then maybe play another Pelt Collector. Now we're just hoping they don't have Cry. Cry would make us cry. But even if we dodge Cry, Ritual Set's still quite good against us. But that's the nice part about Growth Chamber Guardian is you can progress your board while still... nope, that's not so bad. Progress your board while still not losing out on a bunch of cards. Alright, well, yep, losing that is quite bad for us. Because now if they deal with our small army of elves here, we're left with just a Galta in hand. Yep, I think it was probably just a mistake to keep this. Just because it can go wrong in so many ways. Okay. Mare's not bad. Definitely going to be on pace for Galta now. That Rekindling Phoenix just really can't get in there. Maybe now it can. Interesting. Interesting. I think we're going to drop a Galta. We're going to start with that. Okay. Now if we attack with everything, our opponent is taking 8. We lose a creature. Yeah, I think it's worth it to me. Then Galta just finishes the game. Alright. With that going to the graveyard, both Pelt Collectors grow. I think that is a A-OK trade for us. And the Phoenix comes back from the ashes. These Pelt Collectors really do get big with Galta and Mare in your deck. Okay. Now Galta is a must-answer threat. Yep. This deck looks familiar. I believe we played this, last week, huh? Deck is solid. Well, Now these definitely have trample, so that's 11 trample. If we attack with everything, one blocker goes here, one probably goes in front of here. They take 3, 8, 9. Yeah, I think our opponent is just dead. I think Galta has just brought the pain to our opponent in a nice way for us. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough there. Boom! Jeez, how can we ever lose? How can we ever lose? This deck is insane. All right, so we are 4-0, everybody. We got one round left. Let's try to get the clean sweep and get the 5-0. Stay tuned for round 5. All right, everybody, welcome to round 5. I don't know the last time I played mono green where we didn't 5-0 or 4-0 or 3-0, however many videos I've done. I feel like every time I've ever done mono green on Droppin' Baums, we have never lost a match. Why start now, right? All right, so we are going first. Let's hope for that Steel Leaf, Llanowar, Forest draw. Not quite there, but still a solid hand. We're going to keep. Let's see the power of Blanchwood Armor here. Really, when you have Blanchwood Armor against any deck that doesn't have, like, you know, cast down like removal where you can just point at anything and kill it, it's so impossible. Like, if I just pictured this, a Blanchwood Armor being strapped to this on turn 4 against mono red, it's like, what are they ever going to do to kill that creature? All right, our opponent is down to 6 here. We're going to go land, impulse. Ooh. I guess we'll take Guardian. Yeah, we're going to take Guardian. We're going to try to get a little lucky and hit that third land. Taking a Llanowar there is so bad. All right. Well, I think we'll go with the Guardian. Guardian of the Galaxy here. Is this mono blue? If that's the case, I think this should be an insanely good matchup. Nope, just kidding. But we do get to fight that. Do we even want to do it yet? I kind of want to get Steel Leaf down. Yeah, I think I'm going to just get Steel Leaf. Plus, they could have Dive Down here, and then that's pretty pointless. Forcing them to answer this. Eventually, they're going to be put on their back feet, and then we can get a free Harpooner. This Harpooner will be eating this Salamander here. Ooh, maybe we're going to regret this. Could just Blanch Armor the Guardian and then attack with both. Or we could just... this is tough. I think we're just going to attack with both here. Alright. We'll just have him take that huge chunk. Play another Steel Leaf then. Our opponent is definitely facing lethal next turn. Definitely going to be facing the lethal. Curious Obsession on a Spawn of Mayhem. Okay. For sure interesting. Get a Pelt Collector. Gonna go to get him on in there. Trickster. Attack with these two. Alright, so that would be 7, 8, 9. Just gonna let this happen. Then we're gonna play a Harpooner. Get a free Scary Terry out of the deal. And we'll say go. Don't know much that our opponent can do to get themselves out of this. With having a blocker here, it does have trample. Yeah, we'll block. I don't know what kind of shenanigans our opponent can have, but it's much more likely that they have some way to deal 3 damage instead of some way to stop 3 creatures. Yeah. Boom. Alright, this matchup's got to be good. Any Curious Obsession matchup, we just have so much hate in the board. Right, we got Prey-Upons, we got Archers, Viviens. Now, cards that we don't want are probably Vine Mares. Probably Adventurous Impulse in some numbers. I think Thorn Lieutenant is pretty slow and a little bad. And now I think the only slots it can be is like Blanchwood, Vine Mare, and Galta. Maybe just shaving on all these. I kind of like that because I want access to all of them, but I don't want to draw any of them in multiples. So I think this is right. Blue-Black Spawn of Mayhem Curious Obsession. That's kind of terrifying. But we got to keep that in mind when when they untap for their 3rd turn. Because if they can have access to play a Spawn of Mayhem, if we can do anything in our power to stop it, we obviously should. Alright, since we drew a 2-drop, we can play this. If not, I was probably going to play in some other way. Maybe to get like a Kraul Harpooner or something for turn 2, but since we have this regardless, we already have a good turn 2 and turn 3 play. We're just going to jam this. Get on in there with the pelt. Oh yeah. Cast down. Okay, that's okay. Steel Leaf Champion next turn is going to be the true cast down target. Alright, that card's good. That card's a good one. Alright, can attack into that Sergio. Who would have guessed cards that say they can't be blocked by green creatures would be good. It's giving me flashbacks to the Pro Tour. Surge Mare with Curious Obsession is disgusting. Loot, draw. Alright, fair. But we are going to be beating our opponent down here, so I'm not saying we're completely out of this. Now what we need on top is a Galta. We can cast it and everything. Galta, Galta. No such luck. Alright, well, Impulse. That's what I'm always afraid of, and that's why we take some out. But yeah, that's pretty bad luck. That's pretty bad luck. It's pretty ironic. Neither of our creatures, Steel Leaf Champion nor Surge Mare, can block each other. Alright, draws 2 cards, discards 1. Hostage Taker. That's a new addition to this deck that I love. It's one reason why we have Prey-Upons. This is, of course, not going well. Who would have guessed missing our Adventurous Impulse would have been bad for us? Yeah, we're pretty much dead at this point. I would say our likelihood to win this game is slim to none. Steel Leaf. Like, I think our only way to win is like somehow stick a Galta and somehow think it would resolve. Well, we can do another Guardian. We can adapt this and then play another one. That's just game. We shall move on. Game 3. Game 3 of our final game of this week's bomb. Let's end it on a high note. Alright, well, I think Blanchwood Armor now is actively very bad. Now that we know they have Hostage Taker and stuff, so I think we're just going to get the Vine Mares back because they seem okay. Archers are probably pretty bad when they have Surge Mares. Yeah. So maybe we'll just get Lieutenants back just to be aggressive. I like it. Be a little bit more streamlined on the play and a little bit more reactive on the draw. Prey Pawns are pretty good against Surge Mares because you can attack into them and then just Prey Upon second main. Surge Mare is one of those cards you just have to deal with here. Alright, we'll be dealing with them. Alright, so we want them to play a turn 1 creature, that's for sure, to get it harpooned. Because we're probably going to play it regardless. Just because that adds 4 power to our clock, plus Prey Upons. If they play Surge Mare as a turn 2 play, we have an answer for. Our opponent is deep in the tank. Alright. Maybe we brought in a few too many Prey Upons, because it is narrow in some regards. Right, our opponent kept. We're going to get the pelt going. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's lucky. We get it all. That is just such a good start. I just can't imagine this game going south from here. Alright. We're going to attack for 2. God, that is just such a good start. Alright, we'll Adventurous Impulse. Hit the Viney. Boom. Say go. Oh boy. Well, I think we go for the Vine Mare. Yeah, okay. I think we're doing it. Our opponent obviously not doing much, so that doesn't help, but we're doing it. That's all that matters. El Sergio. Ooh. Boom! Yeah, and we had the Prey Upon there for... Oh, wait, I guess you can't even... Yeah, that wouldn't have even worked, but... That's a 5-0 dropping bombs right there. That feels good. I make sure and show you guys just about every single match I play, as long as it's not, you know, a horrific mana screw or something like that. And last week, I think we managed a 3-2, but it was barely. So it's nice to come back with a strong 5-0. All right, everybody, we're going to have the deck tech next, so stay tuned for that if you want to get a little bit more in-depth look at this new version of Mono Green. And everybody, feel free if you want to see a little bit more Corey content. I am now a full-time streamer over at Twitch. Go check me out at CoreyB_MTG. Stay tuned for the deck tech. And welcome to the deck tech, everybody. All right. Now, I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody who came here straight from the intro that wanted to get a feel for it first, so I'm not going to. But we had some sweet games. This deck does some disgusting things, just like it has done in the past. And it really just has some new toys. We'll definitely say new. I'll touch on that later. All right, so we'll start off the curve. 4 Llanowar, 4 Pelt Collector. This is really what makes this deck tick. Having one of these in your opening hand to lead you to a turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion or just a Pelt Collector growing progressively bigger is just really what this deck's all about. This is the best Pelt Collector deck I have ever seen, just because all of our creatures, for their mana cost, are very disproportionately powered. So, in the best way, you know, I mean, our 2-drops have 3 powers, our 3-drops have 5 powers, our 4-drops have 5 powers, and sometimes our 2-drops have 12 power. Yeah, you heard it right. Galta can be a 2-drop. Pump that Pelt Collector up no matter what. It's pretty good. Adventurous Impulse is a card that I absolutely hate. I think it's terrible, but it's a necessary evil in this deck for game 1s. You'll see me taking it out a lot because anytime you bring in spells, there's always that chance that you're going to whiff, and I'll give a little spoilers here. It happened to us, and I was even hedging on him by taking him out, so that was cool. All right, Growth Chamber Guardian as our first 2-drop to talk about. This card's phenomenal. I mean, 2 mana. The next turn it can be attacking for 4, while getting more Guardians into your hand. It's just really phenomenal here. Kraul Harpooner is a green creature that has been kind of warping the metagame in a way. It's basically the only way these green decks can keep up with mono blue. I still think mono blue is the best deck in the format, and 4 Harpooners in a deck is a sure way to beat them. I mean, it is phenomenal. Along with archers in our sideboard, with some prey upons and Viviens, like, this deck screams, I don't like losing to mono blue anymore at my local shop or Grand Prix, Pro Tour, whatever. Thorn Lieutenant, this is the card where we have a 3 of, so it's definitely the card I like the least. But it's still fine, you know. 6 mana is a lot for this deck. We don't really get there that easily, so that's why we have a shorter amount of them. Steel Leaf Champion's phenomenal, though. 3 mana, 5/4, that is tough to block, is just absolutely disgusting. It's the main reason to play this deck. You know, I mean, Tempest Djinn, Benelish Marshall, like, all of these triple mana symbols are all insane, and Steel Leaf Champion is no exception. The only one that's sad that they're not getting as much game time is Dreadshade hanging in the corner, just weeping. All right, and then we have our new card, Blanchwood Armor. This is a card that hasn't made it into the mono green decks in a long time, but this is a card that existed when I started playing Magic back in Onslaught, so I can't say a new card. This is one of the oldest cards out there, but it serves its purpose, and whenever you strap it up to our next creature, it becomes very hard for our opponent to win. Old Viney. Once you strap some armor up to this, it's just an 8/5 or, you know, a 9/6, just really, really difficult creature to block. Oh, excuse me. I did my math on that wrong. Like a 7/5 or whatever, always 2 power more. But the point is, whenever you get Blanchwood Armor on this, they're usually just chump blocking because there's usually no good trades for that unless they block a bunch of creatures. And then normally you don't want to get it in there. But we assembled the combo a couple of times today. Make sure to check back on the games if you're just checking out the deck tech first. If not, you saw. And then, of course, we have our big bad dinosaur of the hour, Ghalta, Primal Hunger. This card's phenomenal. The reason to play the deck, it's bad against Esper, but any other creature decks, you drop it, people just look and they're like, well, what am I supposed to do to that? Concede. We'll go to the sideboard here. Prey Upon is a card I really don't like, but it's just something you need. You have to kill tricky creatures like Thief of Sanity, Hostage Takers, Wild Growth Walkers, these cards that just demand an answer. We have a couple Shaper Sanctuary for these control matchups and other mid-rangey decks that are trying to grind us out. Being able to get that inevitability and be able to know you're going to draw out of it a bit is nice. It's not the best against Esper 2 because if they just have sweepers, then it's not as good. But against like Grixis control where they have to answer your stuff on a 1-for-1 basis, it becomes very good. We have a couple archers. These archers are actually insane against white and blue. Just 1/4 toughness is very good against both decks. Along with being able to usually kill something for free is very good. We got 4 Brontodon here. Another card that's good in multiple matchups. Oh, excuse me. Another card that's good in multiple matchups. You can bring it against these white weenie decks and destroy conclaves, destroy histories, along with just having a 4 toughness and 3 power body. And then it's also really great against these Simic Nexus decks. Then we have a couple Vivien reads that basically come in against everything. The card's great. It's always good whenever our deck slows down a bit, or when you need to take out some of these Wilderness Reclamations, or just gain card advantage against these control decks. The card kind of does it all. So, alright everybody, this is the new version of Mono Green Aggro. It beats down. So make sure and go drop some Mono Green people at your next... Go make sure and drop some mono green bombs on some people at your next event, okay, everybody? I want to thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week for more Droppin' Bomb action.